Hello, my name is Matthias Cavodi, like the well guys to my channel. Today we're going to talk about Generation X, issue number 25. Came out in 1997, written by Scott Lobdell. And we're really going to focus on Chris Bachalo's art. It's really, really good. At least I like it a lot. And this is because sometimes he gets a little too artsy, or it's a little too dark and sort of gets in the way in the story, or he does really like to draw certain things a little too much. So you're going to see a lot of things that repeat in his stories, but or he sometimes he makes it's a lot more cleaner, but it's like too focused on a younger audience or something like that. It looks a little too clean sometimes, but in this case there's a perfect marriage between the artsy and crazy stuff and the storytelling. So in this main story we have a battle, the classic battle between Banshee and Black Tom Cassidy, which I never thought it to be too interesting. At least the motive, like I do like the battles, and I love these type of classic battles. But the motivation behind the battle has always felt a little bit weird. The whole situation between Siren, who's Banshee discovered was his biological daughter, but she was brought up by Black Tom Cassidy, and he is a villain. He made her do a lot of bad stuff. And during this time, Black Tom Cassidy's powers were like going crazy. He could control and become part of plant life and absorb other living beings. And he was like really, really overpowered. Back in the day, he would be able to shoot fire through a stick. But he a series of experiments. This also, during these experiments, he crossed paths with Deadpool, and that was a lot of fun that I'm going to cover further down the line. So apparently Black Tom Cassidy captures Banshee and White Emma Frost's students, the kids of Generation X. And just look at these pages and the panel work. It's just fantastic. Chris does a killer job in this. The way he draws Black Tom Cassidy, he looks evil as hell, and his powers are just really, really super OP. Also, we get the big reveal that Mondo was actually working with Black Tom Cassidy. He was a bad guy. This happy-go-lucky Pacific Islander was actually bad to the bone. He's trying to capture Jubilee, but she gets captured by Bastion, because we're pretty close to the Tolerance crossover that was escaping my mind. Bastion kills Mondo just with one shot. Also in this story we have Howard the Duck, Steve Gerber's creation. I don't know how they got Howard in this series. He's hanging out with Franklin Richards, Artie, Leech. I don't remember this lady's name and this alien's name, but they are trying to escape also from Black Tom Cassidy. He wants to capture these kids, all part of his crazy vengeance plan on Banshee. Further down the line, I'm going to do a video focused on Howard the Duck and his history. It's really crazy. He's a very interesting character. I used to not pay attention to this character, and when I learned more about his story and him as a character, it really blew my mind. Steve Gerber was a really he has a lot of issues with Marvel, and I'm being really that. So Franklin Richards is on the run. Man-Thing jumps in to save the day, teleports the kids away. We have to remember this happened during the Heroes Reborn era, so Franklin thought his parents died. He's dealing with the grief of the loss of his parents, and Chris's artwork just really works well. Fantastic with Man-Thing, the way, and the colorist too. Let me check out who's the colorist. I couldn't find it. Was actually at the end of the story. Alve Scott Hanna, killer job, because Chris's work does change a lot depending on who's coloring his stories. It does have a big impact on his stories. So we have Black Tom. He's becoming more and more monstrous, losing his humanity because of his powers. We get a big fake out, which I hate, that seemingly the kids of Generation X were killed. Actually, they're like in this weird plant pod floating in the ocean. Kept him away. Black Tom forces Emma Frost into fighting Banshee. Banshee doesn't want to hurt her, And actually at the end of the story, Penance, aesthetically, she's such a cool character, even though her backstory and origins are just too complicated. Puts in the killing blow against Black Tom. Actually, obviously, he doesn't die because of this. He's going to reappear with his crazy plant powers again and again. But the real treat of this issue, as I said before, is the art. We do get a pretty good showdown for this particular series, a really good battle between Banshee and Black Tom. And I hope you liked this video. And what did you think of the Generation X series? Did you enjoy it? Did you hate it? I felt like it sort of lacked direction. Marvel didn't know what to do with it. So, see you guys next time. Bye.